Alright, stop what you're doing because this Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco situation just took a turn that nobody was ready for. On one side, you've got Selena smiling, posting, moving like everything is perfectly fine. On the other side, you've got the internet convinced she just embarrassed her own husband in front of everyone. And then there's a third detail. A quiet moment. A tiny reaction that people completely missed, but once you see it, it changes how this whole story feels. I'll show you that final piece in the last minute, so stay locked in. Because right now, Celeb Juices is in chaos mode. New Selena updates are flying. Benny Blanco is trending for reasons that honestly make no sense. Fans are fighting on Twitter, TikTok is dissecting body language frame by frame, and somehow a haircut edit has become part of the controversy. Yeah, we're going there. Before we dive in, real quick. Hit like, subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications, and share this with that friend who always defends Selena in the group chat. You're going to need backup for this one. So let's start with what actually set people off. Selena posts an Instagram story. Simple, right? She shares a Powerpuff Girls image, tagging Miley Cyrus and Ariana Grande. The caption reads something along the lines of being proud of the girls she grew up with. Very wholesome. Very nostalgic. Very Selena. But then nothing. No repost from Ariana. No repost from Miley. And that silence? That's where the internet smelled blood. Twitter immediately jumps in with, the way they ignored her even when Selena tagged them. Another tweet goes, you forget when you used to throw shade at them. You're not part of the club, girl. And suddenly, this turns into a whole narrative. Selena being iced out. Selena being excluded. Selena embarrassing herself by tagging people who allegedly don't mess with her. Here's where I want you to pause and think. Do you think Ariana Grande and Miley Cyrus intentionally ignored Selena, or do you think they genuinely never saw the story? Because let's be real for a second. These are two of the most followed women on the planet. They get tagged in hundreds, if not thousands, of posts every single day. Stories disappear in 24 hours. Algorithms miss things. Notifications glitch. But the internet doesn't care about logic. The internet cares about drama. And that drama bleeds directly into the next chapter. Because while people are arguing over reposts, Benny Blanco's name starts trending for a completely different reason. A single Instagram comment. Benny comments on Selena's post and says, "Fourth frame made me weak at the knees." That's it. That's the comment. And somehow people twist this into Selena embarrassing him. Then a YouTube short starts circulating with a caption screaming, "Selena Gomez just embarrassed Benny Blanco in front of everyone." So naturally, people analyze the clip. Selena looks serious. Benny looks unbothered. Calm. Almost amused. Here's where body language becomes the battlefield. People are saying Selena looked annoyed. That she snapped. That Benny looked awkward. That the energy was off. But when you actually watch the footage, and not through a hate filter, Benny doesn't look embarrassed at all. He looks relaxed. He looks like a man who knows exactly where he stands. Like, this is Selena's world and I'm just happy to be here. So let me ask you opinion trigger number 2. Was that a moment of tension, or was it just a normal interaction that the internet decided to overanalyze? Because there's a huge difference between being embarrassed and being unbothered. And Benny, in that clip, looks very unbothered. And just when you think the discourse can't get weirder, it does. Enter the haircut. A fan takes a photo of Benny Blanco at the Golden Globes with Selena. Then they edit it. AI generated. Shorter hair. Straight hair. Cleaner beard. That image goes viral. 1 million views. People losing their minds. Comments like, the power of a good haircut. Someone make this happen right now. He looks way better. Holy smokes. And suddenly, Benny Blanco's entire value as a human being is being debated based on a fake haircut. Now here's the thing. For months, people have been dragging Benny, calling him unattractive, questioning Selena's choices, acting like success somehow doesn't matter if Twitter doesn't approve your face. And then this TikTok goes viral where creators say something that actually makes people uncomfortable. They say, why are they trying to convince us he's attractive? Why isn't it enough that he's one of the most successful producers of all time? Why did he insert himself into the hot conversation? And honestly, it sparks a real discussion. Because confidence is powerful, but forced narratives backfire. If someone constantly tells you they're hot, people instinctively want to challenge it. But when someone stays quiet, lets their success speak, suddenly people project attraction onto them. And that leads into something deeper. Personality. Because here's the truth nobody likes to admit. Personality can make someone way more attractive or completely erase good looks. You can be a perfect 10 physically, but if your personality is ugly, people lose interest fast. Meanwhile, someone with warmth, humor, and confidence can become attractive over time. And that's where Benny actually wins. Because despite the jokes, despite the edits, despite the think pieces, he seems comfortable, secure, unbothered. And that security is exactly why Selena looks the way she does next to him. Now remember that third detail I told you about at the beginning? Here it is. In the same clip people claim shows Selena embarrassing Benny. There's a micro moment where Benny glances at her. Not panicked. Not tense. Soft. Calm. Almost protective. It's subtle. Easy to miss, but that moment tells you everything. That's not embarrassment. That's comfort. And once you see that, the whole narrative falls apart. So what happens next? Will Ariana or Miley ever address the repost drama? Probably not. Will the internet move on from Benny's looks? Also probably not. But this storyline connects directly to another video on Celeb Juices, where we break down how Selena keeps getting blamed for narratives she didn't even create. If you haven't seen that one yet, it's waiting for you. And if you made it all the way to the end, comment "sweet juice" so I know you're a real one. Appreciate you heavy. Don't forget to like this video, share it, subscribe to Celeb Juices, and turn on notifications because these celebrity stories move fast and we stay ahead of them. This is Celeb Juices. And trust me, the next chapter is already brewing.